All new tonight at 6. This is a story about a second chance. We're talking about James White. He went from prison to turning his whole life around after graduating from law school.
And this week he was hired as a prosecutor in Fulton County. 11 Alive's Jonathan Martin joining us now with this remarkable story.
Yeah, what a story, guys. James White grew up selling drugs and he found himself locked up for armed robbery. But that's not where his story ends. He left prison and made the most of his second chance and is now Fulton County's newest prosecutor.
I do.
Congratulations.
And with that, James White is Fulton County's newest prosecutor. A job and a second chance even he finds hard to believe.
By 17, I quit school, just like everybody in my household. And by 21, I was in prison, almost just like all of the young black guys in my community.
White spent 2 years in prison, convicted of armed robbery in Coweta County in 2005. While locked up, he decided to educate himself.
And I became almost an encyclopedia, just reading.
He got his GED, and 2 years after his release, a friend helped James enrolled in Benedict College in South Carolina.
I graduated summa cum laude. I was the most outstanding senior, which is sort of the valedictorian of the class. I was student body president. I mean, I just went all in.
Still, his felony conviction as a young man would block his goal of becoming an educator. But he learned there was a chance he could practice law.
You can be a convicted felon and you can actually still get into law school as a convicted felon. You have to spell everything out, period. You have to tell every single detail, holding nothing back. That's what I did.
Under Georgia's first offenders law, prosecutors in Coweta County agreed to seal his felony record, allowing him to take the bar exam. And in 2020, James White graduated law school at The Ohio State University.
That I think would probably fit the bill the best.
And as of this week, he's an assistant prosecutor in the Fulton County Solicitor's Office, working in the Second Chance Diversion Program under Solicitor General Keith Gamage.
I think he's compassionate about the fact that he committed an offense and made a mistake. And I think he's highly motivated to protect victims, but also having that beating heart of compassion to even more aggressively assist those who need a second chance.
Who better than me? Who better than someone who has been through the criminal justice system, who has made the mistakes, and who has had the foresight to say, you know what, I need to take accountability.
And at his swearing-in Wednesday, a packed courtroom. In the front row, the man he robbed 15 years ago, offering forgiveness and support for this second chance. And I got to tell you, it was emotional in that courtroom. A lot of, misty eyes from Judge Kenya Johnson to his colleagues, a lot of people just supporting his second chance. And James White told me he really wants to be an example for young black men specifically who are going to come through the system and say, look, if you commit the crime, yeah, you got to do the time, but it does not have to stop there. You can still go on and live your life.
Man, what such an inspiring story for so many people out there.
And how incredible that the man who he robbed all those years ago still here with him as a part of this story of redemption.
Showing
and
compassion as well.
Yeah, it can happen. Jonathan, thank you so much.
Man, that's a great story.